What's the matter with a longer school day?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I think children should be in school with their peers, learning and having fun together and helping parents out at the same time.
Yeah.
And Richard, do you think that's a fair assessment, that this would be a good thing for struggling parents? We know how much childcare costs. It could be a sensible way to just ease that pressure on parents?
Good morning. So I think there's lots of questions about a longer school day. There's good evidence that it can improve pupil progress. So there's an organisation called the Education Endowment Foundation, which provides a toolkit to schools about evidence for different approaches. And that shows that a longer school day, if it's done in the right way, can add an additional 3 months progress over the course of a year for the children participating. But there's a number of questions which arise from that, which is really about how do you frame it, what do you put into it, how do you do it, and most importantly, how you resource it. So making sure the resources are in place. The evidence shows that the most effective approaches is where you have at least some of the time is spent doing things like arts and sports enrichment activities, which make it an engaging thing to do, and that both your pupils and staff support the programme. So what it mustn't be is something that basically people don't want to do, because obviously they're not going to be engaged in that. What I would emphasise most of all is that the resources need to be in place. It can't be. Schools are under a tremendous amount of strain already financially. So if this was to be something which was rolled out to be a universal type of provision, it would need to be properly resourced. It would need to be properly financed.
Christine Cunliffe, do you think there's a problem with resourcing this? I mean, a lot of people would say you've got the infrastructure there, you've got the buildings, you've got the children, you've got the teachers, you've got the lights are on already. Crack on.
I mean, I agree there are pressures on schools, and also we're in a recruitment crisis as well. It's very hard to recruit teachers at the moment. As you know, there's various issues there at the moment with pay rises and things. But there are many talented people out there. So there's many coaches, other organisations, people that can come in and support teachers in creating a longer day for children. And I agree, I think children should be outside playing sport. I think they should be doing art, drama, performing arts, because you learn through all of those activities. It's not just about being in the classroom. And also maybe time to set aside just to take a breath and do your prep and have people there to support you. And that doesn't have to be qualified teachers in the classroom.
Yeah, and should teachers be paid more if they're going to work longer days?
I think, teachers' pay is an issue. I think teachers' pay is probably not good enough at the moment, and that's going through consultation at the moment. And I think people should be rewarded for the work that they do. And I think there should be a standard of what is expected of teachers as well, because we do have long holidays, and I think most people will say that we have a good deal with that as well. But that doesn't mean that we're not working during the holidays. So I think there's a checks and balances. There's got to be a good structure, as we've just discussed. So.